Stradler, where are you? Get back in your cubicle. I'm not paying you to uncubicle yourself.
Hey friends, Happy New Year. It's January 1st, 2019. Rollins and I left Texas a few days ago. We tried to go to a place a little south of here called Ajo and the Y area. The area looked really cool. Lots of cactuses and some hills and that kind of thing. But we got in, and for some reason I was getting no signal on my phone. No cell signal at all. It was literally flat. No service all the way from Y up to Ajo, and we went into the hills, no luck. I don't know if there was maybe a cell tower that was down or what, but I wasn't getting not even on one shred of a little bar. So being that it was New Year's Eve, and I kind of wanted to be in contact with some friends and that kind of thing for the celebration, we booked it out of the rain north, and we're close to the I-10. I can actually see it over here, and we're in a place called Saddle Mountain, which is, I believe, these hills behind me. And it's a great little quiet BLM spot. Lots of open desert camping. Rollins has been out and about making friends. He's over here getting dusty. It's a bit chilly here. It's only supposed to get up, I think, 10 or 11 degrees today, Celsius. And just around freezing tonight. So it'll be a 2 or 3 blanket night. But it's all good. So we're here. Probably going to hang out here for a bit. This spot is actually dead center between Quartzsite and Phoenix. It's about just over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes each way. So this is Saddle Mountain. Just a very big open desert, and but it's quiet. And after the drive from Texas, so we left Magnolia Beach on Friday, I think, and we got here 2.5 days later. And And there was one day in there that was pretty much a 14-hour drive. But we got it done. And the reason that I drove so much too is it was just gray and dreary and chilly, and you know, you stop for the night and get up the next morning and it's kind of like, well, what else is there to do but drive? There are some parts of New Mexico that I'd like to visit, but a lot of the stuff that I'm interested in seems to be a little bit north. And northern New Mexico, if you don't know, can get quite chilly, and they actually get snow and stuff like that too this time of year. So for now, we're just hanging out in Arizona, and maybe here for a few weeks. This is kind of like the go-to spot for wintering snowbirds, so we'll be around for a while. Other than that, yeah, probably go exploring in a couple days, see what I can find for pictures and interesting stuff, so we'll keep you posted. Hello friends! So, Rollins and I are out just driving around in the middle of Arizona, seeing what we see, finding what we find, and that brings us to an impromptu episode of Big Stuff. So, I don't even really know where we are. We're kind of southwest, I guess, of where we're camping at Saddle Mountain, which is just below the I-10 on the map. And we're out wandering around, and we came across this residential area. There isn't a whole lot here. There is houses. Some of them look like they're occupied, and some of them don't. Just looking for photos, etc. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Big stuff. What did we find? I'm assuming this is probably one of the biggest boot spurs you're ever going to see. And there it is. Now I know that this is really exciting, but hey, A for effort. It's a big spur, big boot spur on a pole, and this is located in a little residential area. Now I'm going to probably butcher this. Harquahala Ranches. Now the ranches part is kind of missing its R and its A, but there you go. And yeah, big boot spur in the sun. So there you go. A little quick episode of Big Stuff, and we're off. Bye. Hey friends. So it's a new day here at Saddle Mountain. We're on the 5th of January, and I'm going to touch on a couple little things just to kind of, I don't know what the word is, keep it real, I guess. So RV life can be just like normal life. You're going to go through times where it's a little bit challenging. Before I get into that part though, I'm going to focus on the good things. So Rollins and I are here, Saddle Mountain. It's cloudy today, but it was supposed to rain, so no rain is a good thing. It's a beautiful area. We found a quiet spot. When we first got here, it was New Year's Eve, and I was trying to just get here before dark and pull in and find a spot, and kind of wanted to chill out and chat with friends and stuff like that online and keep in touch for New Year's Eve. So the spot we picked was pretty close to the road, and there was also a lady with a dog who liked to bark, and the other night a family I believe, pulled in with a really big rig and set up a really loud generator, and you could, we walked out across the desert and you could still hear it. So the next morning, Rollins and I were out walking, and I got ambitious and decided, okay, let's move spots. So we drove around the truck a little bit, found a cool spot that we could get to, and moved up here. Now, this spot is awesome. I love this spot. It's quiet. There's nobody around us. I mean, there is, but they aren't. They're not close at all. As you can probably see behind me, there's a few rigs here and there. The mountain's over there. We get lots of sun when it's sunny. Solar's been great. It's cloudy today, but whatever. No complaints in that department. However, just like I said, no matter what kind of life you live, there's going to be challenging sections. And it seems like I've been going through my fair share the last couple of months. So November and December, as you may or may not know, what was the first thing? First thing, I guess, was the fridge. The board in the fridge fritzed out and the switch was gone, so I had to replace that. Just the diagnostic RV shop time stuff got pretty expensive. And then after that, well, actually before that, at the same time, is they weren't able to fix it because they were booked up. But I had a noisy wheel, so eventually got that looked at. Figured out it was the brakes in one wheel. Redid the brakes on all four wheels. Trailer's good. All's good. Then came the propane leak. That was the third bigger thing. Apparently everything comes in threes. Well, I'm getting a double dose of threes, I think. So, third thing was the propane leak. That didn't go too bad. Camping World couldn't really help me, but they were able to assess where it was. Then I found the part, fixed it. Previous videos there if you want to watch it. I'll put it in the description. So, after that, what else was there? Oh, I think before any of that, we were driving, and I was following the GPS, and I turned down a road too soon that ended up being a cul-de-sac. And at the end of the cul-de-sac, where it opens up where you can actually turn around, there was some low-hanging trees. I clipped the AC cover, which is old and brittle as it is, so it didn't take much. A branch clipped it, cracked it, whatever. I do have a new one. There's a video coming up with me putting it on, providing I can figure that out. When I was packing everything up to come over here, standard pack up and leave scenario, packed everything up inside, started doing the outside, backed the truck up, clunk clunk, checked the tooth in the hitch that goes around the fifth wheel pin. It was there. Lever up, lever across, everything was fine, put the pin in, we were good to go. Apparently not. I pulled forward, not that quickly, but I pulled forward and the trailer dropped on the truck. I don't know what the hell was not latched. I visually checked it, but yeah. I am not the first one to do this with this truck and trailer. It already had evidence of a drop. I don't know if it was on this truck or not, but it just so happened that the angle I was at, because I wasn't straight on, I was kind of coming at a bit of an angle, but the angle I was at, when it dropped, the frame of the trailer underneath caught the top of the tailgate, which I had already put up because I made that mistake once already where I forgot to put it up and it, clipped the door. Little things that you learn, right? But anyways, yeah, dropped the trailer on the truck, so there's a little bit of damage, and I kind of felt a little crappy. My ego was a little bruised, but whatever. It's a 2006 truck and an even older trailer. It's gonna have bumps and bruises. Life goes on. I got over it. And then today, I get up. We went for a walk this morning. I come back and I don't know what I was checking on. I was checking on something. And I walk around the trailer, and sure enough, I got a flat. So, the bright side, there's always a bright side. The bright side is we're unhitched, we're safe, I can leave it here. I'm gonna go in. My jack in the truck is, I would basically say, hardly adequate. I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm gonna go in. Need a couple things anyways, yogurt, stuff like that. So we're gonna go into Walmart and into Buckeye. If we need to go further into Phoenix, so be it. But we're gonna go in. I'm gonna look at some bottle jacks, some ones with a little bit more heftiness to them. See what I can find, and from there, yeah, come back, get her jacked up. I got a good spare. I'm not worried about the spare at all. The spare is brand new. But I just wanted to touch base and kind of be a little transparent on the whole, yeah, RV life is great. And it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just basically opening the door to the fact that, yeah, you buy a new house or a new condo and a hot water heater goes, and all of a sudden you're, oh, this sucks. Now I'm forking out whatever, $2,000 for a hot water heater. RV life is the same. I guess in a roundabout way, I'm just trying to kind of say that for 2019, I'm consciously trying to work on my outlook on things, because the old Wayne would have been pretty pissed off right about now. But to be honest, I'm not letting it get to me. It's a flat tire. Yeah, okay. I'm a dumbass. Somehow I dropped a trailer on the truck. Whatever. Yeah. Other than that, let's show you something from yesterday that I took. A little drone footage of this area where we are. It was sunny and the sun was starting to go down. It was around 4 o'clock. So we'll use that as the outro, and I'll say goodbye, and thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye.
It's like working with a monkey.